Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jade. I'm here to help you grow your online presence, multiply your streams of income and create profitable businesses. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about social media marketing trends for 2022. Now it's been on my list to do this video for a little while, but I wanted to make sure a few weeks into 2022 had passed just so that these trends and these predictions have had some time to really, validate themselves. And I really feel like the trends what I'm going to be talking to you about today definitely have validated themselves, and I'm really confident that these are the best trends for you guys to be looking out for. So whether you're a creator, a business owner, like whatever it is, if you are on social media and you create content for social media, this video is going to be of huge use to you. I'm also going to be talking about one of my favorite tools, Agorapulse. Agorapulse is a social media management tool, and it actually has quite a lot of different features which allow you to really capitalize on majority of the trends that I'm going to be talking about today. So keep an eye out for that. But without further ado, let's just get straight to it. Oh, sorry, one thing I forgot to say is if you find this topic interesting, then please like and please subscribe to my channel. I always forget to ask that, and I'm trying to get better at it this year. So if you've not subscribed to me already, please do so now. Okay, so the first trend I want to talk about is all about data. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that like, oh my God, in 2022, people are going to start looking at their analytics. Like, I know you already do that, like don't get me wrong. This trend is more about how people are using their analytics and how people are gonna get a lot smarter with their social decisions and their social strategy based on the analytics that they have access to. Now, obviously platforms like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, they all have analytics functions within their actual platform that you can use. However, every now and then it is worth branching out to third-party resources and platforms to really enhance the amount of data available to you. So I mentioned that this tool, Agorapulse, which I use for my business, has a bunch of features that you can really use to help you capitalize on some of these trends. Now, this data trend on how people are using it in a smarter way, this is one of those trends that I was referring to. So Agorapulse are actually releasing a brand new tool, which is their social ROI tool, which, as I'm sure you've guessed, means that they are releasing a tool which will allow you to accurately track the impact on your social content and the return on investment that your social content is actually bringing you, your personal brand, your business, etc. Now, that's obviously a major game changer. So if you're someone who feels like you spend a lot of time in your analytics, but you don't feel like you've gotten to the point where you know how to process all that data in a way that it's going to tell you which of your social posts are actually making your brand more money, well, this is where that feature is going to really come in. So definitely stay tuned and check out Agorapulse's website for when that goes live, because I think that's going to be an amazingly useful tool for business owners, brand owners, everywhere. Okay, so the next social media trend for 2022 is all about community. Now, this has been like one of those things that's almost a trend every single year, but not enough brands have been adopting it or really seeing the value in treating your audience like a community and really fostering that community vibe. Not many brands have really seen the value in that. And I think that this year is going to be the year when people really step up to the plate and they realize that actually building a community on social media, first of all, is a lot easier than people think. It's quite a natural thing to do. Like, that is essentially how social media should be used. I actually have a video where I talk about building a community online. I'll link to it up here so you can check it out. So people will realize that first off, that's how they should have probably been using social media the entire time, but also the value in creating a community online. A community is what gets you really loyal brand advocates. A community is the difference between having a bunch of people following your page just because they sometimes like your products and your photos, to having a bunch of people who follow you because they love your brand, and also they just love interacting with you and other customers of your brand or other clients of your brand. And that's super, super important. I actually just watched a YouTube video by Grace Beverly, who is the CEO and founder of Tala and Shreddy, right? So I was watching a video by her this morning, which I'll link to up here somewhere or in the description. And it was basically a video where she takes us and all the viewers through her entire pitch deck that she used to pitch for funding quite recently, right? The reason why I bring it up is because she actually talks about the differences between her brand and their competitors, and how one of the key differences is how Tala has really focused on the community angle. So if you're interested in that kind of content, then I 100% recommend checking out the video. It's not for the faint-hearted, it's pretty long, but it's really, really interesting. Now, another super important element of building a community online is knowing who your brand advocate advocates are. So those are the people who really love your brand and who shout about your brand to loads of other people, right? It's important you know who they are because you want to spend the time nurturing your relationship with them because they're super, super valuable when it comes to the success of your social media strategy. And there's another feature on Agorapulse what really helps you do that. So I'll put a screen recording up here so you can see what it looks like. But essentially, it's a section which allows you to track and monitor who is engaging with your content the most. Okay, so another trend for 2022 in the world of social media marketing is all around customer service, but specifically redirecting your customer service efforts to things like your direct messages. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because Facebook have recently announced that they're making a bunch of changes to the direct messenger feature on both Facebook and Instagram. Now, what this will mean is that brands will have access to a whole new suite of tools which will allow them to manage their messages and their DMs a bit more effectively. Now, you're in luck because Agorapulse also has a really amazing kind of messenger management feature that I really feel like you would like. So let me show you what it looks like. So if you head to inbox, what you're going to see here is a list of comments and messages that I need to respond to. Now, I know it says 99 plus. Please give me some leeway there. I'm well aware. I'm making my way through it, guys, but let me tell you, it takes a while. But essentially what this is a way for me to look at the different messages that I need to respond to. There's also additional things that you can use on Agorapulse which enhances this feature even further. Things like adding a Chrome extension, things like creating an automated workflow, things like monitoring your comments on your ads, which is super effective, all of that really good stuff. But in a nutshell, what this will allow you to do is manage your messages for your Instagram account as well as many others, but also it allows you to assign messages to other members of your team if you do have a team. So when it comes to customer service and really leveling up your whole customer service, you can use things like your direct messaging, specifically using a platform like Agorapulse, to better serve your customers. So the next time your customer has an issue with an order or anything like that, they don't have to send an email to your inbox because that's the only way that you can manage it. You can actually set up systems and processes in place using Agorapulse, which will allow you to manage customer service queries on the platform, which is a better experience for you, but most importantly, it's a better experience for the customer. Okay, so the final trend I want to talk about is all about influencer marketing. Now, you knew I wasn't going to get through this video without bringing this up. So, influencer marketing, a lot of people think that it's going to start to decline soon, right? The reasons why people think that is because there's been a lot of scandals recently, specifically in the UK, where influencers have been saying the wrong things, they've been sending these ridiculous tweets, and like it's massively caused quite a few scandals quite recently. And whilst those scandals are happening, a lot of people are like, this is it, this is the end of influencer marketing, like this is the day, or this is the scandal that's going to force brands to stop investing their money in influencers. Another reason why a lot of people think that influencer marketing is like gonna start to decline is because there are so many influencers. People think that, you know, every single year a brand new fresh pot of influencers are made from the result of a reality TV show, and there's too many now and there's just no way that brands are going to keep on investing in them. To anyone who agreed with anything that I've just said, I've got some bad news for you, my love, because it's not declining. In fact, spend is increasing, and I honestly can't see a day in the near future where spend is going to decrease when it comes to influencer marketing. What I will say though is that it is changing ever so slightly. So because there are so many influencers and creators out there, brands are now being even more tactical with how they pick the influencers they want to work with, right? So it's no longer just about, okay, that person has 1 million followers, so we're going to work with them. Now it's more about like, okay, well, who have they worked with before? Do their values align with our values? There's a much more tactical and strategic process that brands are now going through, or at least I think brands should be going through this year when it comes to them selecting which creators and which influencers to work with. So it's good news all round, I personally think. It means that creators, regardless of the size, have more opportunity than ever to work with their dream brands, but it also means that brands are being a lot more conscious when it comes to the kind of people who they're aligning themselves with. So that is it for today's video. I really hope you found it useful. If you did, I recommend checking out this video. It's all about my top Instagram growth secrets for 2022. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I will see you in my next video.